Hello, and welcome to Captain Console's Group 40 sales pitch. We'll start off with a quick overview of what exactly it is we're trying to accomplish here, and then we'll move on to the demonstrations, extra features, and the closing. The fact that the business doesn't have an e-commerce site in this day and age is a testament to its sustainability as a brick-and-mortar business. However, let's try and move these guys into the 21st century, or at least, the late 20th. Up next, let's explore some of the features that we've developed for you guys. Won't have much of a website unless the users can find what they're looking for. For that, we have both filtering by category, search, both in the name field and in the description, sorting by price or name, and selection of number of items to display. Now, if I can direct your attention to the right of the screen, we will see a user using our search feature and viewing his search history. There he is, and he gets a list of his previous search queries for easy access and finding products that he was previously interested in. Now, if I can direct your attention to the left, momentarily, we will see the guest. When the guest attempts to use the search feature, he only receives a message saying that he has no previous search results because he has not been authenticated by the site. Still able to search, though. We display the product in a catalog page. Each individual object has a description, name, information about what type of product it is, a console, a game, or accessory. The whole object is clickable and will link to the details page. And if everything goes well, result in a purchase. Speaking of users, each individual user has his own profile page where they can upload an image and edit their contact information. We are extremely proud of the automatic resizing mechanism that will maintain the user's aspect ratio image and resize it into a fitting form for our display. And with that user profile active, the user will be able to complete the checkout process, which is the bread and butter of the business. Both navigating forwards and backwards is extremely easy, and we maintain stateful information. Now I'll be passing the torch over to my colleague Einar to take you through some of the user demos. Take it away!
Next, we will demonstrate the sign-up process. First, you click Sign Up. The user will enter the information requested.
Well, that looks great, Einar. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of interesting nerd stuff going on in the background, but let's focus on, buying products and making sales. Not things like input validation, duplicate email checking, which I'm sure we've already taken care of in the backend.
When that's done, the user clicks Create an account.
Oh wow, would you look at that wave? It's like we're really on the ocean.
Now that we have a user on the site, we can click our username, click My Account. This will bring us to our profile. Here, we can set a custom profile image.
Well, that looks great. I'm sure the users will think of lots of interesting ways to upload God knows what to the website, but that's a concern for later. Oh, that's a funny cat picture, if I ever did see one. And a message displaying that it was successful. That's very informative, full of feedback. Great job.
And when we're done, we can click our user, click Log Out, and now we're signed out. Now we will demonstrate a returning user logging in. Now we will enter our details. If the user enters incorrect username or password, a message will pop up letting the user know that something went wrong. Next, we will look into the password recovery option. We will select Forgot your password. The user will enter the email and press Send Password Reset Email Link.
Well, that looks great. So the user should be able to check its spam box and find our email. Then click the link to be sent back to the password recovery phase, this time authenticated through that link. And Bob's your uncle.
Greetings! I will now demonstrate to you the product catalog and the product purchase process. So from the home page, you just go up here and click the catalog, and here we have a few options as to how to find our game. We can use the search function, so we could search for something like Duck Hunt, and we get the Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt game. Another possibility would be to search for something like Puzzle and get Tetris, since the description has the fact that it is a puzzle game. We also have the ability to filter games by the system they're on. So we can click Genesis, and we get all the Genesis games. So this is all games for the Sega Genesis. We can change how many we view per page, so up to 90, which is more than we actually have, or down to say 12, a lot fewer per page. And we can change how we sort them. So right now they're sorted alphabetically. So this 16T is first, and then B, and so on. We can also sort by price, and then show the lowest price first, 699. But we can turn that around, so we get the more expensive games first. Dr. Robotnik's Creature Capture here is 9,599, so it's the most expensive. And of course we can do that with the alphabetical order as well. We can reverse that. Now if you want to get more information on a game, just click the card for the game and get a longer description and the price here. And if we want to say purchase this game, we just go to buy this game, and since I'm not logged in, it first brings up the login page. I'll just log in as this test user. And then we get to the shipping info page, so I'll just fill in the form. I took the liberty of doing this beforehand, so you don't have to watch me type all of this into the page. And we choose to use this address, which should bring us to the payment info form. So here we can put name and a dummy card number. We can put in an expiry date and some form of security code. You can choose to pay with this card, and then we get an invalid input error since the expiry date has already passed. It tells us that obviously we can't use this card since it's already expired. So we change this to 22. That should be correct, and then it shows us all the information that we put in. And if we, for example, see that there's something wrong here, we put in the wrong CSV card code or something, just go back and change it like so. We could even go back further to the shipping info page. But let's say this is all correct. We just confirm the purchase, and it brings us back to the home page and thanks us for the purchase. Another feature of the product catalog is the search history, which can be accessed directly through the search bar. So you can see that I have no search history right now, which is because I'm not logged in. But if I log in as my test user, which I've been using to test the website for the past few days, I can go back and I can see that what I've been searching for these last few days. Now the history only stores unique search strings, so no matter how many times I search for Duck Hunt, say, it will only show it once.
Now we'll show how employees can access the administrative interface. The employee will click his username and select Administration, and this will bring the employee to the administrative interface. Now we are in the admin interface, and now we're going to add a vendor to the system. Now to create a new product, we click Add. Now The employee will enter in the details for the new product, and when he's done, he will click Save, and then the product will be listed on the site. Here we can see how the product is listed on the site.
Thanks so much for that, guys. Now let's highlight some of those extra features and bring this thing to a close. We added an email password recovery system to allow the user to reclaim their accounts. We look great on any device because we don't know what type of device the user is using, so we designed for everything. Wow, would you look at that CSS animation, huh? In conclusion, I hope we've demonstrated the value of this product. Don't hesitate to contact us. But we do have one more thing. We are live and in production. Head on over to that URL and check us out. We're scalable and production ready. Check out that fantastic application speed and secure transport. Wow. That brings us to a close, but we'd of course like to thank all the things that made this incredibly easy, and especially the people at Stack Overflow and that one guy that wrote that Django tutorial. So, this is ru.40. Thank you very much. Okay, we're done here.